Good morning. My name is Sensei Valdivia. Thanks for tuning in to this series of Island Karate. So glad you guys can make it this morning to practice the art of Shaolin Kenpo, one of the ancient lineages of the many forms of karate. I'm here in beautiful Lanai, Hawaii. I have the island of Molokai behind me, and I'm standing on the volcanic earth. Today, I'm going to feature a couple techniques, a couple defense techniques that are commonly referred to as kenpos. Now, in our style, we have what are known as kenpos and we have defense maneuvers. What came first, the chicken or the egg? We don't really know. We do know the kenpos themselves are very, very old and are steeped in a lot of kung fu traditions, karate traditions. It can be found all across the board. Now, these techniques might be advanced to the beginner. They're easy to follow along and easy to mimic. So for those of you who are training by yourself as a Ronin, you can take these and apply them to any style. Test them out in your sparring, test them out at your home, add them to your workouts. I'll give you guys the breakdown and the meaning behind the techniques. So today we are going to start with the technique commonly known as penetrating the bark. What's really cool about these kenpos is they have all these ancient kung fu-y type of names. So this is the one I like to start with all of my students. Okay, so let's begin. Front positions, bow. Fighting stance, hey! Good. From here, what we're gonna do, guys, is with our lead hand, for those of you watching, I'm always going to be in a left foot forward, right foot back stance, okay? My lead hand is going to execute a block number 2. Now, later on, I will give you guys more of a breakdown about the basics of our style. Again, these techniques you will see, they'll just have a couple things that may seem unfamiliar, but try to mimic the movements and eventually you will understand. So, I execute a block 2 with my lead left hand. Boom. Also known as a circular outward block, utilizing the part of the forearm bone to deliver the block as a shield. So, boom. Again, so you guys can see. Good. That's part 1. As soon as I execute the block, I'm going to counter back with a right cross. Again. And this is a right straight punch to the chin or to the solar plexus. I block, strike. Block, strike. Breaking it down again. Block, strike. All right. Together, it should look like this. Nice. What's really beautiful about this technique, it utilizes your opponent's attack against them in an immediate block and counter. It's not, goes along the lines of block, strike, block, strike. You get to block and strike at the same time. A beautiful, beautiful concept in the style of kenpo, okay? So let's just say they are delivering a right cross to my face. I block with my left number 2 block and I strike immediately back with my right hand. Hey! 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 That technique is called penetrating the bark. I'll give you a quick side view. Hey! 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 That is the technique, penetrating the bark. Quick note. If you want to practice, go slow. Try to make your circular block a little bit more exaggerated. Reason being is it allows you to practice the full range of motion, the full coverage of the block. Not only the full coverage, it also warms up your shoulder and shows you the trajectory of your block, right? You don't want to be too tight. Your block needs to end with knuckles about eyebrow to forehead level. If I'm too shallow or too low, I'm not blocking anything. Another note, when you finish your block, make sure your block is strong, okay? No weak blocks, guys. Block, strike. Penetrating the bark. Moving on. The next technique we have is called the 3 punches. I love this technique. for those of you out there, kickboxers, MMA guys and girls, this is excellent. It allows you to execute a 3-punch combo. Now, granted, the last strike in this technique, you probably won't be able to execute in the ring because it's illegal. But for the battlefield and for the street, go ahead. So the beautiful thing about this technique is it builds off of penetrating the bark. I love this technique. It's a great warm-up technique for your workouts. If you're about to hit the bag, about to hit the pads, it just goes over basic levels, pivoting, and striking targets. So let me show you how it works. Bow, fighting stance, hey, good, nice. First we begin with penetrating the bark as you saw. Boom, okay? That is part one. From here, I'm going to execute a left downward strike to the solar plexus, like so. Boom, so you can see, face, solar plexus, face, solar plexus, face, solar plexus. Here's the fun part. This is the kill strike. Face, solar plexus, groin. Executing 3 punches. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Face, solar plexus, groin. Face, solar plexus, groin. Return to fighting stance. A quick note, when you're practicing, if you'd like to really access each level, I like to incorporate a pivot. Now, we could spend videos and years on the concepts of pivot. Just a quick note for you guys is you want to pivot on the ball of your foot and turn your hip inward. So, like such, I can go 1, 2, 3. Return to stand. So 1, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good. 3 punches. These are the 2 kenpos that I like to start off with my students. Now, the kenpos shouldn't be learned until at least orange belt in our system. They should match the amount of DMs that you know. Now, the DMs are learned throughout from white to black and beyond. Eventually, you want to have as many kenpos as you do DMs. But for you guys who are practicing just for the sake of technique and learning something new, try to apply these to your fighting, to your sparring. Remember that the world of martial arts is open-ended. You can take any technique from anywhere and experiment with it and test it. It is your creative land. You can do whatever you wish. If it doesn't work, let it go. It may come back to you one day and work for you. I'm so thankful to share with you guys this island karate from the ancient volcanic lands of Hawaii. I'll be posting more videos soon, giving you guys more techniques, and eventually leading up to the culmination of the entire kenpo system. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. I'll talk to you soon.